Every football team has a brotherhood. Whether it's between players, coaches, or fans, football forms a bond between people. But no matter where you look, you might not find a bond quite as strong as the one between Jim Sweeney and Greg Gattuso.
We've been friends for 50 years, you know. I mean, we were in kindergarten together, but in different rooms.
We were rival kindergarten classes. I was in one class, he was in the adjacent class.
Our room was better than their room, obviously, but we went to first grade through 12th grade together. We played Little League baseball together, little football together.
Then I went to Pitt, he went to Penn State. I played center, he played nose guard. So back then, Pitt-Penn State was a pretty big rivalry. So you couldn't get any closer on the field unless you were in the same huddle.
It would be funny to not have him around for me. You know, we spent some years apart when he was in the NFL, but always kept in touch. We've always interacted and always talked about coaching together. It was one of our dreams, and it came together at Duquesne for a couple years.
When I finished playing, the first person I talked with was Greg about coaching, and we coached together at Duquesne.
And he was one of the first calls I made when I got the Albany job.
It took all 3 seconds. He called me up and said, "Are you in?" I said, "I'm in." That was the extent of our conversation. He called me on a Sunday. I think on Tuesday I was here.
I argue with him about offensive line stuff. Meanwhile, this guy played 16 years in the league, and he humors me about a lot of things, but he always has my back, always. And I know if things get messy, Jimmy will be there for me. And I know that no matter whether that's in our personal lives or on the football field or in any capacity, he's just that type of person. And hiring him for the offensive line coach was easy. One of the biggest things for me in coaching is trust and having. You always got to have the head coach's back as an assistant. There's no circumstance where that's not critical. I hire people that I know will have my back because the message is important, that everybody has the same message.
That is very much part of our recruiting speech, that when we get together with the parents, we let them know that there is a common bond between all of us, and I think that's why we're able to do as well as we are.
We knew that pretty early, that coming in, that he's been best friends with him. I think on my official visit they talked about Coach Gattuso introduced Coach Sweeney as one of his best friends since he was a little kid, which, you know, I thought that was really cool. That's how they're still back together and still friends ever since. I mean, I think it goes back to the culture and the Purple family aspect. I mean, two guys have been best friends for 30 years. I mean, it's a crazy thing to be working together like that. So I think that's really helped them out. And I think it's helped us with our culture aspect. I think everyone kind of goes on the same page of what the goals are.
We're not looking to go here to go somewhere else. We're looking here to establish a program. I'm not looking to go anywhere else. I want to stay here. I want to build this program. I want to build it with Greg. We've talked about, if we can be here for 10, 15 years and establish a program. I mean, I'll be 60-some years by then. It'll be time to retire. So that's what I want to do here. I'm not one of those guys that wants to get into coaching to go somewhere. That's not my gig.
Many coaches preach culture but don't live culture, and I think when our team at least sees our coaches interact, they see friends and they see guys that support each other and they see people that care about each other and them. So I think that's part of the reason we've had some success so far in a tough and brutal conference, and coming from where Albany has come from, we're challenging, and I think that has a lot to do with my assistant coaches. I think they're outstanding.